Maybe
You were just talking
let
low.
me
Yeah.
check mine, but that could be me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I had the volume a little low.
Is this better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. Well, let's take a look what we got. So hopefully, you guys, let me see if I'm sharing. Yep. Picking up Cuba now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
You on mute?
Yes, I hear you. Somebody's got feedback though.
Yeah, it's Cuban. Yeah, there he goes. All right. Well, obviously, I would say the last week was a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. Trading world, right? I don't think there was much. When you guys look at the daily profiles, we did have something very important happen, right, on Wednesday. And does everybody can notate that what happened, or can you guys quickly spot it? This is Wednesday right
The
here.
single prints.
The
So-
giant candle with the wicks.
Yeah. So these single prints indicate what?
The price needed to come back down pretty quick.
Excess.
Access. Good. So what does access mean?
That pretty much turned off the buying.
That's correct. It turned off the buying, right? That means the auction has completed. So now we're trying to figure out, right? Are these sellers that mean business from this level? Do they really want to proceed and sell off, right? And for us, the goal is to figure out where's that level that they're gonna sell off from, right? And if you guys go here, right, if you look at this level that we have, September value area high, along with the PV POC, prior week POC, it's a fairly big level. So any bullish bias, right, needs to be above this level for them. And ideally, what do the buyers want to go over?
Those single prints.
Yeah, they want to absorb the single prints, right? It would make sense for them that they want to take out the single prints, right? If they're able to absorb this, take it out. For me, at the moment, like I mentioned last time, I'm not really interested in a lot of longs at this point, right? There's a lot of poor structures below for the long term. Do I play longs? Of course, I play longs day to day, but I want to see, any bullish action. I want us to auction higher than this level here. To continue this trend, to continue this crazy run that we've had of 400 or 500 points, we need to take out this July POC and proceed higher and go 46.20 and forward, right? In the meantime, if we do lose this 66 and we're not able to reclaim it tomorrow, I would say that's probably the bearish sign of that, right? The 45, 66, and you guys know we typically draw a little zone like this. If you're not able to reclaim this zone, where do you guys think we're headed?
Down.
The previous week value low.
And I also drew something here for you guys so you guys can see it. I just
Yes.
drew from the bottom here, right? And I can extend it a little bit. So now you guys are able to see this from the bottom right here to the top. And now you see why that level at 45, 20, 30 will be fairly important right here, 45, 21. And we have this nice little range. If you guys look here, just gonna make it a tad bit smaller and manageable. Sure. Okay. So now the way I will play this is if they go up on this level, right, and they go above and then they fail, what would that signify to you guys? What would that mean?
That is
Bearish.
going to go down to the mean.
Well, most likely these sellers that were present on Wednesday are still there if we crack below this level. And then I would expect us eventually to auction all the way to this 45, 20, 30 area.
Yeah,
So
for
this
12,
goes up,
it's
this
very
goes
bearish.
to 25. We do have a monthly level at 24, 25. I forgot if it was August or I believe it was August or value area high or POC. One or two, but this will be the target. Just looking at this, right? We could consolidate here and spend some time. If they really want to proceed higher, they would test the bottom here. And then, let's say we get a nice little bounce here and they go up to this level. That'd be nice, right? 30 points, you can catch that. That's something I would look for. I would look to short here on a weakness that they peak above and fail. They can't hold it. This would be a really, really good short. My first exit is where? If I short 66, where do you exit?
49,
Yeah,
45,
49.
49.
you want to get out somewhere around this area, right?
Yeah, right there.
If you look at this volume node, it's fairly, decent size, right? It's not tiny considering the shit week that we had. This is the area you're targeting to close if you see weakness, right? If they are able to crack this below this level, right, then you see the single prints here might be defended around 34 that we have. And that's came in. Let me show you here. Here's some single prints here. I'm just gonna hide this so you guys don't see the candles. I don't think you care for it. So here's your single prints. If you guys look right here, that would mean that we are basically stuck here from Monday, right? We had single prints up.
Mhm.
Then from Wednesday, you had the single prints down. Therefore, right, what are the chances that we're gonna go higher, right? I would say they're not. Right now, what they're looking to do is negotiate in here and figure out what is the value and then figure out if they go higher or lower. They successfully, somebody mentioned that they stopped the buying. They had an excess, right? They had an excess high here at the top. So that means unfair high. Somebody was like, okay, well, this is too much. It's out of value here and I'm going to sell it. So now this was a responsible seller, correct?
Yes, very
Yes.
responsible.
Very responsible seller. Now we're looking to see if we can get some initiation going, right? I mean, we need to crack this. Ideally, if we lose the 62, I mean, there's no reason for us not to go lower. Like you lose the 62, the bottom of this, you should be going lower. And I would say you're going to most likely hit this. From 62 being lost, that would give you a lot more confidence to stay in your trade. Okay. Especially if you catch the failure on the top and here, that would give you a little bit more confidence, right? I wouldn't count this day necessarily on Friday just because, we had a very short day. Most people and the big boys are not really even back this week. And you see that we stayed within the value of the previous day, right? On Wednesday, we didn't really go above or below. They're just basically, it was open for no reason.
We're at 60 now, Shorty.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're able to crack this, well, you're at 60 right now.
Yep.
That
On
changes.
ES.
Oh, there's a high chance we might go lower here shortly.
Yep. Just
Yeah,
crack
the
the
vol-
BD value area low.
Yeah, the volume is still very bad, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, there's a high chance we're gonna tap 50 here, and they might bounce here. I'll probably leave a few orders in this range. It's like 44, maybe 44.75 being my stop loss. I'm not giving them a lot of points, but if I can catch this or higher on the bounce, that'd be great. If not, I'll lose 4 points. But I'll leave some orders overnight. Ideally, higher up top, lose that, make sure the single prints stay untouched, meaning that we don't get any aggressive buyers, initiative buyers, that these responsible sellers are still there, right? And this would tell you that there's a lot of selling, right? When you look at these single prints, that's a whole lot of selling, right? And that volume, I would say, if you guys zoom out a little bit, I would say it's pretty high. It's probably as highest as October 31st. So I wouldn't take it lightly, but tonight after all my kids are asleep, I'll post some charts on TPOs and I'll kind of annotate them for you guys so you guys can see it as well and correlate it to this chart. But I'll definitely watch failure on the top, go down, look for a long and close the short at 50. If I see weakness at 50, there's nothing stopping them guys all the way probably till the single prints. They fail the single prints, they're going to 21, and that's what I'm watching for. I
Shorty?
think they are going to consolidate in this period here for some time, right? I think we're going to stay here and consolidate in between.
How did you show the volume numbers on those TPOs? Where did you get that?
This? No, this is just volume profile. If you go here and you can show the values or not. So I can see the size on the
Oh my
shelf.
gosh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it tells you the bid and the ask. And how was it? And you don't read this one diagonally, you read it horizontally.
Yep. Thank you.
So any questions, you have to ignore Friday session, honestly. You have nothing to look at PD, POC, PD value area low of Friday. Yep, it's useless. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Any questions on the plan? Is anyone confused why?
No.
Okay. So obviously we're failing right now if you guys look. So from the 9th, and if you look at all the different time frames, and this is for all the new folks, right? If you go on your PVP, let's see, this is monthly. Let's go monthly. So month's about to close, right? Month of November is about to close. And if you guys look here, I'm just gonna delete this so it doesn't confuse you guys. So this is month of November. And what would happen if we crack above here and we bounce at this level here, 45.30? What would that indicate?
We're bullish.
Yeah, it'd be very bullish, right? It would be very bullish because that would mean that they're accepting prices higher, right?
Yep.
So you have to watch out for the dip below the 30 and bounce at, this level that we have here, 21 to 25 range. They can't do that because this is a pretty large shelf here.
Mhm.
If we lose this shelf, if we
We're gonna
lose
fly.
45.30, there's really not much stopping us till 4,400, right? So that was our previous week balance that we had here, if you guys recall. Remember, we had that previous month high at 44.30. I don't know if you guys recall the levels or not, but we had that high here, right? I thought it was a little lower. Maybe it was 24. Yeah, 24. So we had the 24 previous month high, and that's right here. So it wouldn't be a bad, business if bulls wanted to come back here and retest this level and come back inside the 44. They would trap a lot of shorts. This would act as a decent bounce, and this developing right VPOC here. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna close that VPOC here in the next couple of days. So I would definitely watch this to play out. If we lose this, I'm turning bearish for a little bit, right? I think at that time, if you guys look at this bigger picture, right? I just want to zoom out and hide. What do you guys see here?
We're
From June,
almost at all-time highs.
from May till now, we're still in the range.
Top of the range. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys zoom out a little bit, right? Let me just stop extending these. You guys can actually see this. So if you guys look here, right, you have May, you have June, and then basically you're consolidating here. This is just a big, gonna draw here, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You guys look, this is just what? A big consolidation, honestly.
Yeah.
You went up here, you consolidated, you dumped, now you pushed up higher. You had this huge imbalance up here. You came back. I'm not even going to cover 4140 level anymore. We came back to bottom of it, right? And we had a nice bounce to the top of the range. Some people are freaking out that we are in some crazy bullish mode. You're really not in a bullish mode. You're in a bullish trend within the bracket.
Yeah.
Like,
Just looks big.
and that's where most people blow their shit, is because they start buying a lot of calls here, right? And if you look here, there's nothing really to buy yet. We haven't really gone anywhere. And the volume, remember that you guys recall the 4 questions or 3 questions we asked? What direction was market trying to auction, right? Was it successful? Did volume support it? And how did the values shift? And if you guys think about this, right? So here's your, November. Look at your November profile.
Yeah. So big anomaly.
I mean, you shifted through these values with no volume, and it's the
No
simple
volume.
concept of auction, right? And hopefully some of you guys are understanding it a little bit more now. They really went up higher in searching to stop the buying. They're looking for somebody to stop the buying, and
Yeah.
seems like they might have found their friend, right? Maybe he's sitting somewhere around here because that was a huge candle that we had on the weekly here. And then you see the pickup in volume on selling here, right? It went, then you had stopping volume here, right? That's somewhere around 43.70. And then they reversed that and then continued down. Now, I mean, ideally, what they should do if I was them, is come on, crack this, make it higher high, and then
Drop it. Yeah.
go all the way down because you would trap so many longs, and it's a
Yeah,
record high
completely.
for longs. And the puts, I don't know if you guys checked, but your VIX, your VIX is very low right now.
Wow. Support. Too
Holy
big support.
shit.
So, and you guys probably know by now, I don't like charting VIX because it's a volatility of all the options. It's not necessarily a technical chart, but some people make it, sound technical. There, it's hard to chart VIX because it's made up of volatility of the market. But it's coming to a major level where usually we get a reaction, right? Most of the time you'll get a reaction from here. Some news start happening. But right now, if you think about this, right? The last time this stock was, VIX, not stock, I'm sorry, was low like this was January of 2020.
It's hard to ignore. You could see all the lows right there.
So if you think about it, the puts have now not been cheaper. Only time that's been cheaper in the 3 years was January, and you know what happened in March of 2020,
Mm.
right? So I'm just saying, I'm not telling you what to do, but I would caution any long swings at right now.
Mm.
A lot of
What
people.
happened in March of 2020? I wasn't around.
COVID.
COVID.
Oh,
Whoa. Armageddon.
He was around.
How much turkey did you have?
went around.
She's working, man.
I felt like it was 2019.
Oh god. Yeah, stay off the drugs, kids. All right. So does everybody understand at least my long term and how I want to play short term tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes. Short,
Okay.
short.
I think we're going to test some levels below, right? I mean, they left some liquidities on both sides, right? They have single prints here. They have inefficiencies on the bottom starting somewhere here, right? The single prints. So they have a lot of, when you think about these profiles, they have a lot of fixing to do. I mean, when you zoom out, when you go on like 65 minutes, and you just grab the bottom profile, I'm just going to hide this for a moment. And the typical thing that I do is I draw this, right? I mean, you can grab the end of it. I don't really care. Look at the profile here.
Wow.
This is from the lows, right? I mean, what is it telling you? If you lose this 33 minute, you're done.
Yeah,
Is
we're
there a
gonna
high
fly.
chance you're gonna go somewhere here and stumble a little bit? Yeah, 44.80, a little bit of a slowdown. Then you're most likely gonna be heading somewhere around here, right? To these 44.37, and then you slow down with the puts, right? That's when people that are late, they will start buying puts here. We're gonna get a bounce. They're gonna get killed. Then we're gonna break a low. What do you think they're gonna start doing? They're gonna start buying puts at the value of your low.
We're gonna be flying up.
And then we're gonna look to buy calls or switch to one side.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I would say we need to lose this 45.33 for me to turn bearish right now on a longer scale. When you think about the dailies, right? I'm just gonna bring up a daily chart and hide everything. I don't know how anyone can say this is very bullish. I would say it's not bullish, but it's not bearish. We haven't gotten volume to say it's bearish yet.
Yeah, we haven't made a lower low yet.
If this candle that I'm highlighting here made any, for instance, volume spike, if this volume was like up to here, I would love it. I mean, I would love it, honestly. I would probably start swinging some puts as soon as we break this level of 4,500. But right now, when you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of just grinding higher highs and higher lows on basically, look at the volume. I mean, it is bad. This is pretty bad volume. And then you look at the monthly, it does not check out from the monthly perspective on long term. This would be the lowest volume. Yeah, this would be if it stays like this, let's say that we have shit volume for the remainder of the year, this would be the lowest volume of, what is it?
Wow.
This make it 3 years? Yeah, 3 years.
Wow.
If my eyes are not lying. I don't know this candle here, this volume. Yeah, so
Well,
very
it's at
close.
21 looks pretty low.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking right here. Yeah. August and this, I mean, that's still a long time, man.
Oh,
It's 2
November
years.
19 is very low. Yeah.
I mean, still, yeah, and look at the volume, right? It's definitely an anomaly in my world, I would say, when it comes to, volume analysis, right? It doesn't look right. And on 3 months here, we still have 1 month left, but look at the 3-month volume.
Mm.
I mean, this goes bad. I mean, this goes back to,
Wow.
this is the worst volume since, I don't even know when. And I doubt that we get an influx of December volume unless the hedge funds that missed the run are about to start buying like crazy because they're probably going to get fired. Then it changes the things, right?
Yeah, low volume and then engulfing.
Yeah. I mean, 3 months.
Wow, that looks really, really bad.
I mean, look at the weeklies on SPY here. It does not look convincing. And there's the supply here that they tapped last time. And we are now inside of it. And we still haven't made a higher high. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens in this supply here when we get there. Let me find the level. If they push higher right here, I'll be really, really interested to see what they do at that level. Call it 68, maybe even 70. Like right here, almost 70. So I'll definitely watch this. I mean, I don't like the volume here. It doesn't check out much besides this candle. But all right, guys. Well, I'll be live tomorrow. I'm gonna go actually just to check on the kids, and then I'll probably come on the computer and look at some footprints, and I'll post them in the main chat, and I'll post some stuff in the Shorty's corner for you guys, and along with the new updated quiz. So you guys.
And Q2, please.
I will post it. I have to go help the wife with the kiddos, but I'll definitely post it here before I go to sleep. And then Q.
Okay, buddy.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shorty.
Thank you, Shorty.
Have a good night, Shorty.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, guys. See you mañana.
Yes, sir.
Mañana, oh.
Good night.